Ladies and gentlemen, welcome for this day of exciting baseball here on the banks of the Rhine. Game number 3 of the semifinals between the Bonn Capitals and the Paderborn Untouchables. If you saw the last game, especially the end of the last game, well, you saw something exciting because the Untouchables scored 5 runs in the top of the ninth to come back and end up winning the game against the Capitals. Now, in the bottom of the ninth, it was close. The Capitals had the bases loaded, and there was Klinsing hit a ball. There was a double play, and at first base, it was very close. However, we're in a new game, and this ball is sent out into left field, and that is a foul. Still trying to catch up here. In the second game, we have on the mound for Bonn, Tomzic. He has a 1-0 record. He's pitched 6 innings, 14 hits, 14 runs, and 7 strikeouts. And he is facing Martinez, who hits it, Brank at shortstop, can't find the ball, picks it up, and no throw over. It's probably a smarter thing to do that. Just never really got a hold of that one. Knocked it down, but couldn't get it forward. So Martinez, first batter. Cardoso is the second batter of the inning. He'll be followed by Fildrik Llewellyn and Rammelman after that. It's Fildrik, not Phil Brick. Sorry, Angela, let me turn on your microphone. That would be helpful.
Yeah.
And that pitch
I
is
was
low.
busy with other things. So.
Yeah, it's a bit of a scramble between the two games to try and pull together the information for this one, but I think we are getting things sorted out. And a swing and a miss. 1-1 is count on Cardoso. Martinez at first base. Cardoso 414 average. A lot has maybe changed in these averages since the last game. We don't have them exactly up to the moment, but we'll do our best to get you the latest information. He throws a bunt down, back to the pitcher. Tomzic on to first base, gets that runner, but Cardoso does his job and moves the runner up to second base. Now, one point in the last game, Bonn had a 5-run lead. You may recall, if you're watching that game, Joe Vidic sent one over the right field fence, high and
we
gone.
had a 4-run lead, 5-1.
Yeah, sorry for it. Yeah, I stand corrected. Thank you. 5-1 was the lead, and things look safe. We were considering those insurance runs at the time.
Yeah, actually, we were considering it safe because Maurice Willem and Nick Michelli were the relief pitchers, and normally that's very difficult for the opponent.
Yeah, but this is baseball, and as we were saying off the air, anything can happen. So this is Llewellyn. 1-0 count on him. Tomzic looks back at the runner, and again a bunt shown. Now, a key moment of that game, the last game, and maybe we've forgotten it in the excitement, but there was a bunt laid down late in the game on 2 outs. We were sort of wondering if that was a smart move at the time. Well, it's paid off for them, and this may be the strategy going into this game as well. That ball is obviously outside.
So we have Dirk Biele at home plate from the umpire side this game. So the third umpire is, of course, then at the third game the home plate umpire. We have Kevin Music on third base and Christopher Feuerecker on first base.
Mighty swing and foul back. So if you love baseball, this is the game for you. Tiebreaker game.
Oh, I could have skipped it.
You were okay with the last one being the last one.
I could have skipped this one.
A lot of fans are probably saying the same thing here in Bonn. Runner takes his lead at second. Tomzic delivers a 2-2 count. And it's a foul ball.
Foul ball.
Just foul, but a foot off the line. Down the third base side.
That was close.
Indeed it was. 2-2 is a count, 1 out. Top of the first inning. We do it all over again here. I got myself 2 pads, though, for my seat, Angela.
Wow.
I know that's the stat
helps.
everybody wants to know is
That helps.
how my butt feels after 9 innings of one game and now going into another. Tomzich sets and delivers a 2-2 count. And a hit into center field. Runner coming around to score is Cardoso. Throwing to second. They keep him at first for a single. And just like that, Untouchables take a lead with Cardoso coming home to score.
Their second lead in this series.
Yeah. And Phildrich is the one, Phildrich Llewellyn is the one that drove him in with that hit into center. So an RBI for Llewellyn. At the plate now is Ramoman. He's the DH in this game. He moves up in the order. He was at the 7th, I think, in the last game. Yeah, he was hitting 7th. Hit a home run, a key home run in the 9th inning. He's the one that got the 3 runs for them to pull ahead of the last game in the 9th inning. So that will earn you a spot to the cleanup position. 1 out here, top of the first. Tomzich on the mound for Bonn. Runner at first is Llewellyn. He looks the runner back. And time was called, not granted, or requested, not granted.
That was the 3rd strike.
And it comes in for a strike.
But this is a strikeout.
Yeah, the the umpire looks at the player, Ramoman, and says, you're due to go back.
It was a strikeout and Beal didn't get it.
Yeah, you're due to go back to the dugout. Ramoman looks a little surprised. But nope, that's 3 strikes. Coach comes out. Already in the first inning, things are picking up where they left off.
Definitely the 3rd strike. I mean,
there was some discussion, let's put it that way, in the last game between the 2 teams and the umpires, and this continues. Runner at first base is Llewellyn. Now let's finish off, like doing the rest of this lineup here as we wait for them to finish their discussion. Bendrian will follow Ramoman. He's in the 5th position. He's playing catcher. As he did last game. Byers for Untouchables is at 3rd base. Finn Bergman is at 1st base. Ian Eberhardt is in left field, and Bjarne Reinhardt is in right. So the Untouchables coach goes back to the dugout to join the player that just struck out. That is Ramoman. We are all sorted out. 2 out now. Top of the first inning. Delivery. Foul off, I'm going to guess a toe from that reaction. Oh, 1 is the count. 2 out. So Ramoman was Tomzich's first victim today of a strikeout. Tomzich sets and delivers, runner going. And a base hit, at least into center field. Runner, because he had already started, is now at 3rd. And the Untouchables showing some aggression on the bases. Hustling. They really want to win this game for obvious reasons. So Bendrian with a single puts Llewellyn on 3rd base. Runners on the corners now, 2 out. Brings to the plate Byers for the Untouchables. He's the 3rd baseman. Hails from South Africa. And the delivery. And a strike. Pitcher in the first game for the Untouchables was Angel Duno. He was taken out after a hit off his shin. Chopper to shortstop. Brank throws on to first base, and he's out, and that is the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Untouchables score their first run of the game. We'll be back with the bottom of the first inning here in Bonn, here on Caps TV. battery for this thing? Or I can wait. Don't worry. No, do your thing. Do your thing. I have a. Is it an Apple product or no? I have maybe a cord then. Thank you. Shit. And welcome back to Bonn. Bottom of the first inning, Eric Brink to bat for the Bonn Capitals. Already behind 1-0 to the Untouchables. Crowd into it though here in Bonn. A lot of them have stuck around for this second game. Eric Brink had a very good first game. Pitcher on the mound for Paderborn is a continuation of what we saw at the end of the last game with Taki on the mound. Benjamin Taki is 0-1 in the season. 10 innings pitched now. Big hit into left field. It's going back, and it's
Eric
gone.
Brink again.
Eric Brink showing some power.
You can rely on Eric Brink here in these playoffs, definitely.
Eric Brink sends one into the parking lot. And just like that, the game is tied. Eric Brink, I didn't even finish saying what a good game he had last game. He already is showing us what a start to the second he intends on having. Eric Brink, who didn't hit a lot of home runs throughout the regular season, as short as it was, now looks like a Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Yeah, he's hitting home runs all over, so.
And there was no doubt about that. The only doubt I had is how badly damaged those cars would be out in that parking lot.
Vidic. He had a home run today already as well.
Yeah, Joe Vidic had a really nice home run, that time into center right field, high up into the trees. When Bonn hits them, they hit them hard. So hopefully that swings a little bit of momentum back Bonn's way. And a swing and a miss by Vidic. Eric Brink, I was going to say, in the last game he had a home run, single. Strike out a couple groundouts, but when it counts, he's coming through.
And yesterday he had a home run.
Yes, and yes, he had a home run as well.
So 3 home runs so far for him this weekend. Pretty good outing.
Yeah, 0-2 the count now on Vidic. He's your third baseman today, as he was in the last game. Lots of chatter from both dugouts. Everybody out on the edge of leaning out over the railing. An emotional game, especially the end of the last one. 1-2 count on Vidic. And that ball is low. 2-2. He fights back to even the count. Whoever's on cowbell today is working overtime as well.
That's the BC Unity, the fan club of the Bonn Capitals.
Money well spent on that cowbell. They're getting a lot of use out of it. And the delivery inside. 3-2 now, full count. So from an 0-2 count to a 3-2 count. Tomzic is falling behind Vidic now.
Taki.
Sorry, Taki. The wind is blowing out to left field. Stronger than it was. Now, I don't want to jinx any of us, but we know the forecast is calling for rain. So, players are obviously hoping it holds off or is at least light, because this game has to be played. People have to work. People got to go back to their cities. Hell or high water, this game's getting played. Vidic goes down on strikes. That's 1 out in the bottom of the first. So, first out, that brings up Vinny Aaron, still looking for his first hit of the series.
Come on, Vinny, you can do it.
Wearing number 5 on his back.
I feel really sorry for him because he's such a good hitter, and this playoffs, it's not really working for him, so.
Yes, every game is a new one, so let's see what he does here. 1-0 count. Very inside. He might have the brand Rawlings on his jersey. That's how close it was. At least that's what it looked like from up here. Tacky delivers. Big hit into left field. Left fielder going back, and
yes!
It's gone!
Vinny!
And Angela's wishes have been answered. Vinny Ahrens, that's the second home run of the first inning. Vinny Ahrens finally, after a bit of a drought there, I'm sure is happier than anybody in this park right now to have gotten that hit, to step on that plate, and to make it 2-1.
And he
Bonn.
looks up, you know, he's so glad that he finally got his hit, whatever hit. I mean, it was even a home run, but
Yes.
he would have taken any hit, you know.
He
So.
would have taken anything at this point. So very, very nice hit by Ahrens. Just sneaks over that left field center fence. Terrell Joyce up now, who also had a home run in the first game. Terrell Joyce in conversation with the perennial chatter, Bendrian, behind the plate for the Untouchables. That seems to be his modus operandi. Strike on Joyce. Perhaps a good strategy is to ignore him.
Yeah, that's the best strategy you can have.
0-1 is the count. 1 out. 2-1 now, Bonn here in the bottom of the first. 2 home runs already. That's how Bonn has gotten on the board. And the chopper back. Is it going to make it through? And the shortstop grabs it. He comes over, but he can't make the throw onto first. So Joyce is on. Bonn looking sharp. Coming out of the gates here. Playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, perhaps, after that very close play to end the game. Game 2 of the series.
By the way, in the other semifinals, we are in game 5 now. So,
I see.
so Regensburg won the first game, the fourth game, and so they are having also the final game to play in this semifinals.
Exciting times, north and south. Daniel M. Hunt at the plate now, number 15. Playing second base in this game. He moves over. Terrell Joyce looks like he was thinking about heading to second as that ball was in the dirt. Thinks twice, heads back to first. Lamb Hunt singled in his 2 singles in last. Let's just do it that way. He got 2 singles in the last game. He was 2 for 4. He's had a very good
Yeah, he had
this
3
series.
hits yesterday,
Yeah.
so all in all, with 5 hits in 2 games, that's great.
Yeah, and he dug a few out of the dirt as well at first base, and caught a good one in foul territory as well, from what I recall. And a hard hit past the third baseman into left field. Joyce is now at second base. Lamb Hunt at first. There's only one down, and coming to the plate is Wilson Lee. That's the way to do it. Keep the train going.
Yeah, they could have done it a game earlier.
Not that you're bitter about that.
No, what I'm talking about is the same pitcher as at the end of the other game. You know,
Understood. And the coach comes out now to have a chat. Wilson Lee, I mean, we do have to look at key moments of the last game as well. And I hate to sort of shine a light on this, but, you know, Wilson Lee got picked off of first base, and there was some momentum going into that inning, and they had runners at first and second. He got picked off to end the inning. Little things like that, of course, well, big things like that, add up in a game. But it is hard to sort of point at any one thing in the last game. Except perhaps maybe you think of the home run, I guess, that was hit by Ramaman in the top of the 9th. But in terms of errors, no. Bonn fans are on their feet. Can't tire these people out. They want their team to win. They knew the last one was close. They should have had it. And they want this one. They want to finish this series. Wilson Lee, runners on second and first. 1 out, 2-1 Bonn. 2 home runs already in the bottom of the first inning. And a big swing. Goes in right field. Is he going to catch it? No, it ends up on the ground. Joyce heads to third. Now, Joyce had to wait because if he would have caught that ball and thrown it back to second, it would have doubled him up.
Yeah.
So the sacks are full. And coming to the plate is Justice Recchi. Now, he came into the last game and promptly hit a double. So, nice hit by Lee. Runner on third is Joyce. Runner on second is Lamb Hunt. Wilson Lee is at first base. Justice Recchi is at bat.
And he sees the same pitcher as before, so...
That's right. This is the guy he got the double off of. Big moment in the game already in the bottom of the first, with Bonn up 2-1. Delivery. And that's a strike to Recchi. Oh, 1 is the count. Sacks are full. In the ground. 1-1 is the count. Recchi with number 13 on his back. Looks around the diamond. Sees a lot of white jerseys out there on first, second, and third. Wind blowing out to center field. The pitcher, Taki, looks at the runner on second. Delivery. Again outside. A few chirps from the untouchable side of the fan base here in Bonn. Makes no difference to the umpire. In the dirt. 3-1 is the count now. So, interesting pitch. Taki could walk in a run if he doesn't pitch exactly to Recchi. He doesn't have a lot of velocity either. So if Recchi stays on this one and it's down the heart of the plate, should be able to get something good out of this. Mighty swing. He saw something he liked, but fouls it back. Full count. 1 out. We'll do it again. Recchi looks good in there. He looks like he's ready to hit something. Call it intuition. Call it nonsense. And he walks. Walks in a run. Terrell Joyce. Little slow shuffle to home plate. Says hello to Bendrian on the way by. And the score is 3-1. For the Bonn Capitals, bottom of the first. Still only 1 out. Still sacks full. Nice at bat by Recchi. Good eye in there. Nice little battle. Coach is going out again. Yeah, one would think maybe they're going to pull him here. Yeah, he takes the ball. Yeah, second visit to the mound. He's got to take him out.
Whom is he bringing? I mean, they used yesterday 3
well,
pitchers.
Angela, the bad news is I heard they want you to go in.
Yeah.
Well, that's good news
but
for us.
I'm not playing for Paderborn. I'm not playing for Paderborn, you know.
All right. That's good. Look, we'll take a little break here. Sacks are full. Take a little breather.
Isn't that Patrick Harrison from yesterday?
We'll see and we'll
What's
come
the
back.
number?
We'll see and we'll come back. All right. Back on Caps TV.
Fire corner.
All right, back to the game. 3-1 is the score here. Sacks are full. Nick Michelli to the plate. We've got a new pitcher in the game, Stefan Dembowski. Stefan Dembowski, thank you.
Dembowski, yeah.
Getting a little excited.
No problem.
Four innings pitched. He's got 17.36 ERA, and his first practice pitch sort of got, it met the backstop. Let's put it that way. 4 strikeouts on the air and 5 walks. Nick Michelli at the plate. Sacks are full. Lamb Hunt on third. Wilson Lee at second. Recchi at first. Takes that for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Nowhere to put him. 3-1. Bonn coming out of the gate strong. Not a lot of pitchers left for the Untouchables. Ooh, and that one skins the top of the helmet almost of Michelli. Michelli nonchalant about it. Gets up, back in the box. Shows no quarter. And another one.
Little high.
Little high. Smelled good. 3-0 is the count. I mean, if you're swinging, if you're Michelli, I think that would be the wrong move on this. Better watch this. And look, he sends 3 over his head.
4-pitch walk.
4-pitch walk. That walks in another run. It's now 4-1 Bonn. Michelli got some deep knee bends in on that at bat. So Bonn off to a pretty good start here. That brings in Lamb Hunt to score, and to the plate comes Lennart Vella, who we haven't seen.
He didn't play in the first game.
No, we didn't see him then. Wilson Lee's now on third.
And he didn't play yesterday, so
no,
his first appearance against Paderborn.
Exactly. So Recchi on second, Michelli on first. Scores 4-1.
Take him home.
Sacks are full. Max wants them all to come home up here. Build a good lead so when this rain comes, we can call the game maybe. Because it's not looking good off into the distance. As I said at the start, this game's got to be played. This isn't the major leagues where we can play a doubleheader tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, I guess another game tomorrow, not a doubleheader. We're playing a doubleheader today.
I would not come. I have to work.
Same. Foul back. I got some speeches to write tomorrow. Very hard to write between innings.
Why not?
Yeah.
Easy going.
Be interesting to have some speeches, some baseball
some wind
references.
comes up here. Woo!
Yeah,
blowing us away.
Here comes that weather. Now we saw Vinny Aarons when he was at the bat point skyward when he got his home run. Now maybe that was the trade-off. He said, "Oh, you get a home run, but I'm going to make it rain." It's the song "Thunderstruck" by AC/DC plays in the background.
That's Lennart Vella's music, AC/DC.
He's got good taste. Big hit into left field. If it stays fair, it's gone. It's
fair.
gone. It is gone. Home run grand slam by Lennart Vella.
Before Lennart Vella.
In the bottom of the first inning. And Bonn breaks it wide open. Right now, people are thinking, where was he in the first game? And the second game? Well, there he is at home plate. 8-1. Bottom of the first inning for Bonn. And the Bonn fans are going wild. What a beautiful hit. That started to get a little close to the foul line.
We are through the lineup once, and we
Yeah.
have 8 runs. That means almost everybody scored except Joe Wittig.
Poor Joe. He'll get his turn. Grand slam. Beautiful hit. I do notice there's a lot less chatter behind the plate.
You mean he is quiet?
Yeah, something like that. Grand slam, Lennart Vella. Nice to write that in. Strike one now on top of the lineup. Eric Brank, who started everything off, by the way, with a home run. A nice way to bookend.
So we have seen 3 home runs or 4 in
Is
this
this-
inning?
I'm afraid to look down, Angela. It's a 1, 2, 3.
3.
So, Brank, Aarons, and Lennart Vella.
Yeah.
Whew. And we see the rain starting to come down now. Right on schedule, by the way.
But it's not that much.
Nah.
Easy.
It's only going to rain for the next week. Don't worry. That ball's low. 2-0. Sorry, 2-2. So that walk-up music for Leonard Vella works quite well, I wanted to point out.
Yeah.
AC/DC, you're hired.
I don't understand the people. It starts raining a little bit and they are leaving.
Well, it is 8-1.
Yeah, but still.
They saw the best part. And grab all the short onto first, scoops it out, and that's an out. That's only the second out of the inning, though. They're not as tough as you are, Angela.
So now Joe Wittig can still have his hit in the first inning.
He can.
As everybody else. No, that's not true. Some had walks.
The rain is really coming down now.
It's coming in here because the wind is pushing it in.
Yeah.
Ja, da
I'm
muss
sure
man
the
mach da mal zu.
The computer equipment in here, I'm sure, is rain resistant.
Of course.
You know, that's what we need in this game is a good long rain delay.
We gotta be the ones complaining.
Kidding. I'm kidding. That is about so there's 2 out. 8-1 Bonn.
But it's
Bottom of the
light
first
in the
inning.
back there, so it won't last long. Listen to
I'm
me.
going to go with your weather report, Angela, for sure. That's outside. The scoreboard is not keeping up to date, so Angela, I hope you're counting the balls and strikes. It's something and
2-0.
something.
2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. 2-0 with 2 outs. 8-1, bottom of the first inning. We just saw a grand slam by Leonard Vella.
3-0.
3-0. Indeed, Tomzic on the mound. No, sorry. Stefan Dembowski on the mound. That was a few runs ago. Strike called. 3-1. Yeah. Oh, they got the strike up on the scoreboard, but they forgot about the balls.
That's a walk.
Indeed it is. Vida gets on. And Vinny Aarons comes up. And Vinny says, oh, it's nice to come up without an O in front of my name and a home run instead in my last at-bat.
I have to at least give him 1 beer or 2 because this is what we were discussing. I said, if you hit a home run today,
You buy him something. A brown pop.
I buy you a beer.
Uh-huh. All right, so that ball's in the dirt. And Wittig goes down to second, where I guarantee you we're going to see some dancing.
Yeah, that's true.
At second base. Joe Wittig loves to dance, and now he's going to be dancing in the rain because it's really coming down.
It was his rain dance, you know.
I am so just trying to not start singing in the rain.
I'm
Eh,
singing
not
in
stopping
the
all of us, I see.
rain, I'm
But you have a good
singing
voice, Angela. Mine is not so
in the
good.
rain.
Okay, so Wittig at second base, indeed dancing around. 2 out, and Aaron's at the plate.
2-0 the count.
2-0 the count, yes. So Bendrian's pass ball allows Wittig to get up to second. That's a couple of pass balls now for Bendrian. That's a strike, though. 2-1. So there's a... Sorry, I was looking into the crowd. Someone was sitting on their chair, and it fell back, but the person's okay, but things are a little wet out here. And that ball is inside. 3-1. Everybody's having a little bit of fun now here. It's always easy to have a little more fun when the lead is 7 runs, but as we saw from Paderborn, no lead is safe. You're going to have to run up a few more to feel at ease. Big swing into or off the Bonn dugout. Yeah, now if I look behind us, Angela's right. It's kind of light.
It's relatively
in the
light
background.
over there, so...
That's our
And look,
that's our Doppler forecast for you.
And it's not that heavy rain anymore already, so...
There you go.
And as I said before, they have to finish this game.
It doesn't really matter
No
if it's
matter
raining or
what.
not. So that's another walk. Bedrian doesn't like that. Walks the ball out. Makes no difference. Runner still goes to first base. So Aaron's on first. He's already got a home run and a walk today. Second time through the order. Joyce, he had a single in his first at-bat. Runner on first is Aaron. Second is Wittig.
Wittig, yeah.
The cowbell, impervious to rain. Can't slow it down. Big swing and a miss by Terrell Joyce. 0-1.
Terrell wants it.
Yeah, he really does. Well, they made the Capitals mad. And so they are going to show no mercy if they have that opportunity. I mean, they've been once through the order now. And a single just past the pitcher into center field, holding the runner at third base. And probably a good idea as that ball comes right out the line. Wittig still at third base, asking the coach why he held him, but I think it was a good idea. Bases, you've heard this story before already in this inning. Bases are loaded. Daniel Lamb hunts at the plate. Wittig at third. Aaron's at second base. Joyce at first base with that very nice single. Lamb Hunt at the plate with the sacks full of caps. Not a lot in the way of pitching options for the Untouchables as they ran the gamut of pitchers in the first and second game. Second and third game. I forgot I did the game last night too, Angela. We were all here last night.
We were all here, so this is why this is an evening game now, so that we are getting used to it.
Very nice.
To have evening games and then later on the lights on and...
I'm going to call my wife, remind her of my name.
Yeah, you can tell her she does not have to cook a meal.
Okay. And a single with the sacks full into center left. Nice play with the center fielder. Come up with the ball. Run scores into second. They got Lamb Hunt in a rundown. Tag him. And a bit of a strong tag by the player as Lamb Hunt goes into the dirt.
But the 2 runs count, right?
The 2 runs count. If I'm Lamb Hunt, I might be a little upset about the force of that tag, but nevertheless, 10-1 is the score. That hurts more than anything else. And we go to the top of the second here on Caps TV. Welcome back to Bonn, where the score is 10-1. If you missed the first inning, you missed a lot. Top of the second. Lots of yapping now between the audience members. Between the Untouchables fans and the Caps. The Bonn Caps laying a beating in this third game so far. Went through the order and then some. Finn Bergman at the plate, the first baseman for the Untouchables. Let's look and see what Bergman did in the first game. Well, he was hit by a pitch, struck out, and flew out to third. So to first, so not very much. Took a sharp cut there. Tom Zisch still on the mound for the Capitals. Nobody out. The rain has tapered off a bit and it's getting a bit lighter. A little curveball in there by Tom Zisch. Nice pitch. Bergman gets a piece of it. 1-2 is the count. And the ball is low. So the blood of the Bonn fans is up a bit after that close ending of the second game. First game today. Another ball outside, 3-2, full count. And we're getting to the 7, 8, and 9 batters. You want to go after him. And he does. Pops that up. Second baseman, Lamb Hunt goes over. Oh, and he almost went over too far. That's not his normal position. He went over a little too far and had to scramble back to catch that ball. Nevertheless, 1 out. And that'll bring up the hot-hitting, correction. Ian Eberhoff comes to the plate. Eberhardt. Let's look and see what he did in the first game. I think I know. Struck out. Walked. Flew out to the pitcher. That's it. Pitch. Number 8 batter. Hitting around 170 something. 179, I believe. My computer is long run out of batteries. Swing and a miss. And 2-2 is the count. Max Paul is coming to my rescue, turning my computer back on, giving me some juice. Get those averages back for you. Tom Zisch delivers. And strike 3 called. Rings him up. And Eberhard limps back to the dugout. Head down. Right fielder Reinhardt comes to the plate. Heart to heart, as I say. Reinhardt, also not too much in the way of hits last game, but here he hits one down to the shortstop. Brank and on to first, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3, and that's the inning. We head to the bottom of the second, 10-1 Bonn. Back on Caps TV in a minute. Welcome back to the game where it is, you are hearing it correctly, 10-1 in the bottom of the second inning. And we have a new pitcher in the game. We saw him yesterday, Nicholas Gubert, and he has a 2.16 ERA, 8.1 innings pitched. Obviously a little bit more than that after last night's game, let's say 10 innings or so. He has 12 strikeouts on the year. At the bat is Wilson Lee because of when Lamb Hunt hit that and got into the rundown, that last hit. That makes Wilson Lee the next batter. Wilson Lee home run in the first game. Sorry, I'm thinking of yeah, it was the first game actually, but I mean the second game in this series. How did he hit? Well, he grounded out to the shortstop. Intentionally walked. He got a single and he flew out to the second baseman. So he's looking for a bit more of this game. He got a single back in the first inning. Full count it is. Nobody out here. Bottom of the second inning. And a high hit way back there. Are they going to get to it? No, it's a home run for Wilson Lee. It was so high.
I thought it's too high for a home run. So
it went out of our sight line here on the lip of the gazebo. Wilson Lee, shirt undone, coming in home like a Lothario. Number 21 touches home and puts up the Bonn Capitals 11-1. That was a high home run.
And that was the fourth home run in 2 innings. Not too bad.
Not bad at all. Bonn Capitals in no mood to show mercy right now. They are going to milk this for all they can. And we can't say it enough. No lead is safe against the Untouchables. Earlier this season, they came back from a large lead as well. It was, I believe, what was it, Angela? Something like 11-10.
Yeah, at the regular season,
right.
We had a lead of 11-2, and they came back into 11-10.
Exactly. So no lead is safe. Don't get comfortable with this. If you're the Bonn Capitals or the fans, still a lot of baseball left to be played today. 1-2 is the count. Struck him out. Some questions the umpire, where it was, and he goes back, and of course that was Recchi. Recchi had a great double though in that last game. He walked in his last at bat. Never had much chance to talk about him while I was focusing on Wilson Lee's homer. Let's talk about Nick Michelli, though. He's at bat right now.
Into the dugout.
Had to be careful in there.
Baseball is dangerous.
A nice little sarcastic, delayed comment here by the announcer down on the field. After all that, he goes, foul ball. So, Michelli, 1-1 is the count. 1 out. And a strike. I'm getting a little concerned, Angela, about what these bare wires are that I'm almost leaning up against. I'm sure it's nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
You don't have to lean at it. I mean, just stay away from it.
I'm getting older. You know, I got to lean. It's 2-2.
So shall I bring you a rocking chair next time?
Well, I can't sit anymore because
yeah, but maybe in a rocking
personal
chair.
reasons. A hard hit down the line is fair. Barehanded, thrown onto first, not in time. Look at that, Nick Michelli legging that run out, or the hit out. And he's on first base, 1 out. Gonna bring up Leonard Feller. Leonard Feller, I'm sure you remember him from the first inning with his grand slam. That was a beautiful hit. You got to think Feller's riding high right now still. Memories of a grand slam don't fade very quickly. Michelli at first. Feller at the plate. Govitz on the mound. Again, Untouchables don't have a lot of pitchers left to pick from. Strike called. So we've seen Dembowski. Patrick Harrison pitched yesterday. One has to think he can't pitch.
Now we have seen Tucky, then Dembowski. And so he's the third pitcher.
Matt Kemp pitched yesterday, but one thing, he didn't pitch very long. So
yeah, but he pitched like 60 pitches or so,
yeah,
which is quite a number.
Luca Kloppenberg pitched last game quite a bit. One has to think that he can't pitch. Florian Seidel pitched a lot as well. Who's the other option? Pop up into right field. It is in fair territory still. He catches it. That looked like it was heading foul and it ended up staying fair. So 2 out. That'll turn the order over. Or back to the start with Brank. Really have hardly any more room on my scorecard because they ran through the order once. Anyway, so the only option that I can see here, unless it's a position player, Angela, is Seidel and maybe Kemp. Big hit. Is that high? Too high to go out?
Too high, yeah.
Kemp's under it. He's got it. That ends the inning. That's 3 out, and 11-1 is the score here in Bonn. We'll be right back on Caps TV.
Ich glaube, wir müssen von Spiel zu Spiel schauen.
Ich glaube, wir werden uns von Spiel zu Spiel steigern.
Nächstes Spiel angreifen.
Wir haben noch ein Riesenspiel, das ist erstmal wieder am Freitag vor der Brust.
Es ist am Samstag ein schweres Spiel. Und Sonntag geht's weiter.
Es ist nur ein Spiel.
Was danach kommt, das wird man sehen.
Egal, was danach kommt, wir zeigen es live. Mit allen Spielen der 3. Liga, der Penny DEL und der Easy Credit BBL. Nur bei Magenta Sport.
Das ist Mia. Mia hat zu Hause einen richtig schönen Designboden, der aber auch leider oberflächige Schäden und tiefe Kratzer aufweist. Dr. Schutz hat dafür die Lösung mit Produkten für die Reinigung und Pflege, wie das Designboden Pflegeset und um tiefe Kratzer zu beseitigen, das Scratch Fix Repair Set. Und damit Mia genau weiß, wie man ihre Böden zu Hause perfekt pflegt und schützt, gibt es unsere Tutorials auf dem Dr. Schutz YouTube-Channel. Für Mia und euch alle. Damit muss sich Mia nicht mehr um ihre Böden sorgen, sondern kann ganz beruhigt unsere Caps anfeuern. Go Caps! Das
Welcome back to the game. Brent Kerrigan with Angela Backman. Mr. Tasing, Florian Tasing. Fabian Tasing. And just seeing if you're listening. And Max Paulus running the camera down the first baseline. 11-1 the score here. I'm so focused on getting your last name pronounced correctly that I didn't get the first one done. It's been a long day, ladies and gentlemen. 1-0 is the count now on Martinez. Tomzic still on the mound. That's a strike. Grabs the corner. Wind blowing out to left field. Straightaway left. Nice curve on that. Comes back in for a strike. That was a very nice looking pitch. Tomzich's got 2 strikeouts on the day so far. It's given up 1, 2, 3 hits. That comes in for a ball. 2-2 is the count. Nobody out here in the top of the third. Pitch. Outside. Full count. And a big hit into center field. Joyce goes over. He's got it. A beautiful catch in center field by Joyce.
Nick Michelli.
Nick Michelli is in center field.
Yeah.
Now,
because Terrell Joyce is our DH in this game.
DH is Joyce today. Yeah, so Michelli, beautiful catch by Michelli. Definitely credit should be given where credit is due, and what a beautiful catch out there. Flashes of Joyce, who made a really good catch in the last game.
Yeah, that's true.
And to be fair, their socks are kind of similar. One out in the inning. That was Martinez who flew out.
Yeah.
Beautiful catch to Michelli. That means Cardoso's at the plate. For the Touchables, he swings and misses. Two and one the count. Curve, hits it into right field, going back, and he camps under it. He's got it. That's Wilson Lee out there in right field. Yeah, so they've switched up their positions a bit.
We have Recchi in left field, Michelli in center field, and Wilson Lee in right field.
There we go. Oh, I see where I went wrong, Angela. I wrote number 8 beside Joyce's name instead of DH. Got it now. Brings up to the plate, Llewellyn. He had a single in his last at-bat. There's some movement on that ball by Tomzich. Couple nice curves. Big hit into center field. Michelli goes back, and that ball is gone.
Yeah.
Solo home run by Llewellyn. So that'll make it 11-2. Michelli went back to the fence and just sort of looked up at the last minute. Touches home, and that'll bring up Ramoman, who is the DH today for the Untouchables. He struck out in his first at-bat.
Is that Byers? Should be Byers. No, it's Ramoman.
It's Ramoman. And he hits one to the fence. Rounds first, goes into second. Strong throw to second, but no play. Again, we told you before, don't sleep on the Untouchables. Ramoman, clean up position today. He gets a double. Up right now is Bendrian. Yeah, Myers Bendrian is up. Average 281. Better make that 291. Better not take 10 points away from him. 2 out now. Runner at second base is Remmelman. Tomzish hoping to get out of this inning. And not like that. A single into left field. Remmelman rounds third like a freight train and heads home. He scores 11-3. So Tomzish gives up 2 runs here in the second inning. Sorry, third inning, top of the third. Brings the plate Byers. Ground out to the shortstop in his last at bat. Benjamin takes his lead at first base. That pitch comes in for a strike. Another strike, 0-2, 2 out. 11-3 the score. Benjamin, hands on his knees at first with his lead. Chopper foul. Tomzish gonna need to keep it sharp. Don't give the Untouchables an inch.
That's true. You have to be careful.
And a hit up the middle. Another single. Bendrian stays at second. Michelli fires it back in. Byers with a single. Bendrian with a single. That brings up Finn Berkman.
Rammerman with a run, so
Yeah.
and with a single, a double. It was a single. I don't know. Rammerman had a hit as well, so.
Yeah. And a home run before that. So Tomzish struggling here in the third. Giving up 3 runs. Better not be giving up too many more. They got a healthy lead. It's a good idea to keep that as wide as possible against this team. Steps off the mound. Now remember, as we said before, in the second game earlier in the year of a 2-game series, they came back from an 11-2 or 11-3 score. Paderborn did. Don't make that mistake again. Big lead at second base for Remmelman. No coverage. Well, I bet he's running back to second. Throws back to second. Tags him. He's safe. Very close play. Bendrian with a smile on his face. I'm not sure if I'd be smiling like that if I was sleeping out there at second like he was. He didn't see Brent come around him. Bendrian out there doing some stretches now. Always a little drama around number
6.
Number 6. Takes another big lead. Time to stop focusing on him, start focusing on the hitter, though. That's Bendrian's task out there, is trying to throw you off your game if you're Tomzish on the mound. 2-0 is the count. They have 2 out. You just, if you get the runner at the batter out, you don't have to worry about who's at second. And that's a strike. 2-1. Eleven to 3 the score. Top of the third. 2 out, 2-1 count. Pitch on the way is outside. 3-1. So Tomzish continuing to
struggle a bit.
He's struggling a bit out there for sure. Swing and a miss. That's 3-2. There's not a lot of pitching options really for either team. Although Bonn has a bit more than.
I mean, we can have
Untouchables.
Maurice Willem back. We have Sammy Steigert.
Yeah, you got Steigert sitting there too.
Yeah, but
so.
Maurice Willem has only pitched half an inning or so.
But he
so
did not look good in that game.
That's true.
Swing and a
That's
miss, he strikes him out. So for this moment, the point is moot. But Paderborn scores a couple runs. 11-3 is the score. Going to the bottom of the third here in Bonn. And welcome back to Bonn. Scores 11-3 as we go to the bottom of the third inning. And at the plate is Joe Vittig. Joe Vittig has walked and struck out so far in the game. Came up twice in that first inning. Part of that deluge of runs scored by Bonn. Ten-run first inning. Wilson Lee's home run, the only post 10 run. And a strike. 1-1. Not sure Joe agreed with that call.
So Joe Vittig had his home run in the first game today.
Yeah, now he's got to do it in the second. Never satisfied up
I'm
here.
sure he wants it.
Very greedy, very
but you
greedy.
know we love it more when he's on second base doing his dances.
Yeah, you know, I do enjoy that. That's very fun to watch. Pitch. Comes a bit inside, jams him, and sends it back foul. Got a couple.
Some of our fans are...
Yeah, they're giving him some encouragement.
They are kind of waking up.
They are. Great fans here in Bonn.
Maybe they think it helps when you yell at Joe.
And appeal down to third. He did not go around, says the third base umpire.
Full count now.
Full count, 3-2. And again, bottom of the third, 11-3 is the score. Don't let up now, Bonn. Calls for time, Vittig does. Vittig back in the box before pitcher or the catcher are ready. Waving that bat. He wants a piece of this. And that's inside. Almost hits him in the elbow, but he heads down to first on a walk. So, walking the leadoff batter, never a great strategy, but there he is at first base. Aarons is now at bat. Walked in a home run in his first at bat.
He is so glad that the zero is gone.
Looks down third base. Coach. So Wittig, first base, half-hearted throw back.
Yeah, half-hearted.
Even the pitcher smiling on that one a bit. Pitcher, of course, is Gobet. What's pronunciation? Correct pronunciation? Angela?
Gilbert.
Gobet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nicholas, I think.
And that's a ball. And he got out in front of that one, sends it high, foul. And a thunk behind us. One and one the count. Vinny Aaron's at the plate. It's outside. 2-1 the count. And that's inside as well. So 3-1. So I'm out of batteries on this computer, Angela. Do we know the score of what's happening in Regensburg?
Yeah, it's 0-0. So they just started.
Okay.
So let's see. They are in the first. No, they are in the third inning. But
No
it's
score?
No score so far.
Tight game there. And that's
Oops.
foul by Vinny. You know, the more you work these pitches, the more you wear out this pitcher, and knowing that there's not much selection left for Paderborn is not a bad strategy. Wittig stays at second.
So Vinny has another hit.
Yeah, coming out of this slump now. No
Yes,
doubt about it.
Obviously.
Home run, walk, and a single here today. Brings up Joyce, who is, we've established, the DH. We almost gave him credit for that incredible catch Nick Michelli made out in center. And we have a visit to the pitcher's mound. Not a speedy visit, I might add. Playing like we have 4 more hours on our hands. It's the coach. So
Maybe they are even yeah, but they cannot discuss an intentional walk because with Daniel Lamponte, there's not a weaker hitter coming up.
No, there isn't. It's just a calm down visit, I think. You know what he's saying? He's saying, "Look, you're all we've got, son."
Yeah, and I mean, as you said, there are not that many options. It's his third pitcher already
Yeah,
in
and
this
so
game.
I mean,
so
I'm looking, and the only one I see is Seidel or Kemp, maybe. And they both threw already.
I don't know if one of the field players can pitch like Martinez or so. I don't know.
I'm telling you, Angela, you're it.
Yeah, does he?
No, you might. You
Oh,
might
yeah,
be called.
I'm in, but I would deny to pitch for Paderborn.
There you
so.
go. Principles matter. Joyce down third base, almost the same location as Aaron's, but that one was foul. I always like Joyce's attitude at the plate. Great hitter, but he always walks back into the box like he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders. And yet the turnaround on that hit, on this swing, is so good. Slow, deliberate, effective. Takes a quick glance. First base. Settles back into the box. Wittig dancing out there at second, as he is prone to do. That pitch comes in for a ball. Aaron's at first, Wittig at second. There are no Bonn Capitals out in this inning. Terrell Joyce at the plate. 500 hitter going into the game. Swings and misses on that one. 2-2. He has 2 singles in this game. There's the reason he's the number 4 hitter. He delivers. See if we can deliver here. That's inside. 3-2, full count. They've been working Gubert for all of these at-bats. He's thrown a lot of pitches already. Big hit into left field. If it's fair, it's gone, and it is gone. 3-run home run by Terrell Joyce, and that was a thing of beauty.
He was looking for that.
Yeah, he certainly was, Angela. And I'm not sure if that's the message the coach delivered on his visit to the mound. I don't think he said throw him a meatball, but that's what Terrell Joyce saw. It was as big as a beach ball.
They are all hitting their home runs with the wind, right?
Yeah, they are. That wind's blowing right out. Very nice hit by Terrell Joyce. 3-run shot to make it 14-3 here in Bonn. Yeah, Bonn and the fans obviously very happy. Bonn players obviously very happy. Who will that bring to the plate, Daniel? Lamb Hunt, of course.
And a pitching change first.
Pitching change. We're going to take a little break here. We'll find out who it is and get right back to you. Here on Caps TV. Welcome back to Bonn, where the score is 14-3, and there has been a pitching change. You'll know him from yesterday. His name is Matt Kemp. Threw 68 pitches yesterday, 2 earned runs, 5 hits. You got to think that arm's a little bit tired today. At bat is Daniel Lamb Hunt, nobody out. That's a strike. Now, if you're just joining us, you've missed a few runs. 14 of them. Well, 17 of them if you count Paderborn's runs. Terrell Joyce just hit a 3-run home run. Earlier in the game, Leonard Vela hit a grand slam. Saw home runs by Ahrens, Brank, and Wilson Lee.
So we have 5 home runs already in this game.
5 home
in
runs
3
already.
innings.
High
That's
pop
too
up
high.
into right field, and the right fielder camps under that. Snags it, 1 out. So Lamb Hunt's retired. Then I'll bring up Wilson Lee, who hit one of those 5 home runs. And the player shifting over to the left side of the field. We're all anxiously looking at the clouds, making sure that the weather stays okay. Pitch is outside. You know, Angela, we didn't do a trivia question last game. You know, I always love to do that.
But you told me something about history.
Did I?
It was not a question, but you just.
Oh, and a nice catch on the third baseline by the third baseman. On to first. In time, and he got him.
He was safe.
Yeah. There is some question over that. So, it's not changing regardless. They are up 14-3, but every run counts here in this game, as we know nothing is safe. But, you know, look, let's give credit where it's due. The third baseman had a really good play on that. It's Byers at third base for the Untouchables. And the ball goes back to the backstop.
He would be at second base now
Yes, he would.
if he would have called him safe.
Recky chops one down to third again. Double duty down there. On to first. He almost left that bag early. It's getting awful close to that. Anyway, he's out. 5-3, 5-3 on those two plays. And we'll be right back on Caps TV. Bonn is leading 14-3. And welcome back to Bonn. The score is 14-3 for your Capital. One. That pitch is outside. Good chunk of the audience still around. Even with this big lead. Foul straight back. 2-2. Eberhardt struck out in his first at-bat. 179 average. Where's number? Sorry, he's been at bat 56 times this year. With 10 hits.
It's Reinhardt. It's Bjarne Reinhardt.
Sorry, Reinhardt. Yes, sorry. Reinhardt has a 159 average with 7 hits and 4 RBIs on the year. Forced to dance a little bit there. That inside pitch. Top of the 4th inning. Score is 14-3. 3-2, full count now. 1 out. Caps scored 10 in the first. And he strikes him out on that pitch. That'll turn the order over to Martinez, who started the game with a single and flew out to center field in the third. And that was a catch Nick Michelli made out there that has a little star on it. A pretty big star, actually. It was a great catch. And pitch is outside. 1-0. Wind blowing straight out. Caps fan having a much more enjoyable second game. The first one was a little tight all the way through. Paderborn came back to win that game in the top of the ninth. 6-5 was the final score. Pitch is outside, and on to first base goes Martinez. Cardoso comes to the plate. Flew out to right field. Grounded out to the pitcher. His first at bat. Cardoso hitting .414 on the year. Fouls it. Very loud and far foul to the right of us. As the kids scramble. Solmesish on the mound, delivers, curves in, but just misses. 1-1. And pitch outside. 2-1. Two out here. Cardoso makes it on. We'll see Llewellyn and Rummelman. Big hit into center field. That's going back, and that's gone. 2-run shot for Cardoso. Never say die, these untouchables. So Cardoso takes one out of here. That's the second home run for the untouchables today. Llewellyn hit one back in the third. Scores 14-5.
Can you change the camera, please?
It comes in for a ball. 1-0, 2 out. And a single now into center left. He's going for second. No, he stays at first. He changes his mind. Llewellyn does. Stays at first base. Strong throw in from second. Into second base, sorry. That'll bring up Rammelman. Had a single in his last at bat.
Visit to the mound from Max Schmitz.
Yeah, Max Schmidt's coming out. See who's... I can't see if there's anyone in the pen out there. Who is that, Angela?
That's Sammy Steigert coming.
So Sammy Steigert's coming in. We'll give him some time to warm up, and we'll be right back here on Caps TV. Welcome back to Bonn. Score is 14-5. We have a pitching change. Sammy Steiger comes into the game. Steiger with a 1.55 ERA ended the game yesterday, which was game 1 of this series. Gave up a home run. Before that, he almost had a perfect record. Swing and a miss. Steiger's got that sidearm delivery. Saying last night, some of those sidearm delivery men are well known, remembered by me. Doyle Alexander, Dan Quisenberry. He takes. Hit back to the mound on first base. That'll end the inning. Head to the bottom of the 4th. 14-5 score. Bonn over the Untouchables. We'll be right back in Caps TV. Welcome back to Bonn. The score is 14-5 in favor of the Capitals. Nick Michelli, Leonard Vella, and Eric Brent coming up. Michelli had a single and a walk already in this game. Single came back in the second, the walk in the first. Part of that big 10-run inning, first inning that the Capitals had. Matt Kemp still on the mound. We were saying yesterday.
Yeah, let's see how long he can go with 65 pitches yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. Foul back. 1-1. So you got Michelli coming up. He had a single, his last at bat and a walk. Leonard Velez then after him. He had a grand slam. Bottom part of the order not doing so bad today. And a hit to the shortstop, who manages to snag it onto first base. But the first baseman can take it out. And there goes Michelli down to second base. The throw is not in time, and in fact bounces to third base. Michelli forces himself to second.
Yeah, Michelli, this game is the center fielder. He was yesterday in the first game. Today he was the DH. So, but he had this nice catch already today.
Yeah, very nice catch. So Mr. Thunderstruck himself, Leonard Vella, with his grand slam in the first inning. Michelli, huge lead at second base. He's not fooling around out there. Bonn looking to add a few more on. Michelli dancing out there. And a pop up into center field. Doesn't look to be a whole lot of trouble for the center fielder. And Michelli threatens tag, but doesn't go. That's one out. That turns things over to the top of the order, and Eric Brank, who has a home run in this game. 1 for 3. Flew out to the left fielder in the last inning. Player of the week last week. Not doing too bad at all this week. Well, yeah, in part of this weekend's festivities.
3 home runs this weekend is not that bad.
He might be going for it 2 weeks in a row.
But as he said last week, he had 2 home runs last weekend, so he said, let's do it again.
That's
and
right.
this is what he did.
He's found the inner home run hitter.
Yeah.
Fans, of course, greedy for more. Michelli's still out there at second base. Really looking interested in getting home. And pitch comes in for ball. No coverage at all on Michelli. Weather's not looking as bad as predicted. I know I don't want to jinx this, but I mean, behind us it doesn't look too bad at all. Throw down to second to try and get Michelli. Nothing happening.
That was a walk for him.
It was a walk anyway. Nice try by Bendrian, but you don't get bonus points on that. So Branks at first. Michelli's at second. Still. Brings up Joe Fittick. Joey. 2 walks today and a strikeout. Waving that bat around. Strike 1. 0-1 is the count. 1 out. Runners at first and second for Bonn. And the cowbell keeps ringing. To me, really the only place for a cowbell is on a cow or perhaps in a Blue Oyster Cult song. And a big hit
That's
into
gone.
right center field and to the
No,
fence.
it's not gone. Oh, it's on the fence.
Was very, very close. Michelli comes around third, he scores. Branks right behind, hot in his heels, and he scores on that double. 2 RBI double by Joe Fittick. It certainly looked good coming off that bat, like it might make it out of here, but it just makes it shy of the fence, but still produces the 2 runs needed. Nice hit by Fittick. So your score is 16-5. Brank and Michelli score on that. Now bring to the plate Vinny Aarons. Single, walk, and a home run in today's game. Or in this second of today's games.
Yeah.
And the third game in the series, just to try and confuse you all.
So he finally broke his hitting silence.
High and outside. Big lead at second. Joe Fittick loves being out at second base.
Our dancer.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Unfortunately, he did not dance too much, so the rain is gone again.
That's right. I'm sure he wouldn't mind coming all the way around to home, but that hit just landed shy of the warning track. And a strike now for Vinny Arons. Hitting it out into that center field area. Even to hit it out, but even onto the warning track out there, it's a fair distance. I really wish they put the numbers up on the walls, though.
Which numbers?
The numbers. It's how far it is out to the
okay,
fields.
I understand, yeah.
And we'll put it on the wish list maybe for next season.
Uh-huh.
That and...
Who's going to put that into practice?
Maybe a recliner for the broadcasters. Lobster bisque. Dinners.
Yeah, lobster, of course.
That fine Rhine lobster. And a hit off the pitcher like a pinball. The shortstop grabs it, does nothing with it. There's really nothing he can do. Vidig goes swimming into third, it looks like. I'm not sure what move that was.
It's always fun to watch Joe Vidig doing something.
I haven't seen a dancing Vidig do a move like that since the 70s.
Maybe he hurt himself a bit. He
I
does
hope
not look
not.
so good.
He might be a little scraped up. There's some laughs out there at third base. But he might have landed a bit heavily out there on third. I hope he's okay. Runner's on the corner. It's a funny play. And on the ground to third base, Vidig's got to wait, but he's going to go home. The player comes home, he gets him at home plate. Vidig hesitated a bit on that and was thrown out at home, but nevertheless, with that homer, with Vidig's double out there, he drives in 2 runs, so it's 16-5. We'll be right back on Bonn Caps TV.
Von Spiel zu Spiel schauen. Ich glaube, wir werden uns von Spiel zu Spiel steigern.
Nächstes Spiel angreifen.
Wir haben noch ein Riesenspiel jetzt erstmal wieder am Freitag vor der Brust.
Es ist am Samstag ein schweres Spiel.
Und Sonntag geht's weiter.
Es ist nur ein Spiel.
Was danach kommt, das wird man sehen.
Egal, was danach kommt, wir zeigen es live. Mit allen Spielen der 3. Liga, der Penny DEL und der Easy Credit BBL. Nur bei Magenta Sport.
Mia. Mia hat zu Hause einen richtig schönen Designboden, der aber auch leider oberflächige Schäden und tiefe Kratzer aufweist. Dr. Schütz hat dafür die Lösung mit Produkten für die Reinigung und Pflege, wie das Designboden Pflegeset und um tiefe Kratzer zu beseitigen, das Scratch Fix Repair Set. Und damit Mia genau weiß, wie man ihre Böden zu Hause perfekt pflegt und schützt, gibt es unsere Tutorials auf dem Dr. Schütz YouTube-Channel. Für Mia und euch alle. Damit muss sich Mia nicht mehr um ihre Böden sorgen, sondern kann ganz beruhigt unsere Caps anfeuern. Go Caps! Das ist Mia. Mia hat zu Hause einen richtig schönen Designboden, der aber auch leider oberflächige Schäden und tiefe Kratzer aufweist. Dr. Schütz hat dafür die Lösung mit Produkten für die Reinigung und Pflege, wie das Designboden Pflegeset und um tiefe Kratzer zu beseitigen, das Scratch.
So, welcome back. Top of the 5th inning. We have Sammy Steigert on the mound for the Bonn Capitals and Maurice Bendrin at bat. Foul ball. So we have Bendrin, Byers and Bergmann coming up. 16-5 the score. So good throw here from Joe Wittig. He's very straight to the point today. I mean, last week he had some troubles with his throws to first base, but today he is perfect. First out. Now the South African at bat. Foul ball. First strike. A ball here to Byers. 1-1 the count. Foul ball. He hit himself. A little chat with Jendrik Speer, head coach, manager. Yeah, so Regensburg and Heidenheim are battling hard. 7th inning, no score so far. 1 hit for Regensburg, 3 hits for Heidenheim. So obviously they saved their best pitchers. High fly ball, no problem for Wilson Lee. Second down. Next batter is Finn Bergman. Let's see. No hits so far in this game. But maybe here, no. Same spot, almost. Also, Wilson Lee on it. Third, that was quick. 3 up, 3 down. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Yeah, so welcome back. We have again a new pitcher on the mound of the Untouchables. He comes from right field. It's Bjarne Reinhardt, the number 9 hitter so far. And right fielder, now he's on the mound. With Daniel Lampard coming up for the Bonn Capitals. 16-5 the score. First pitch is a ball. So let's see, Daniel Lampond. High in the air to center field. Feldik Llewellyn. First out. Next batter is Wilson Lee. With a home run in the second inning. And he sends that one back into the woods. So the second home run of Wilson Lee here in this game. Looks always like an easy shot. So we have Justus Recchi up here after this home run from Wilson Lee. So just to tell you what happened, it's a fly out from Daniel Lampond. It was a home run by Willie. And this is a hit because Jose Martinez could not come behind the ball. So he was a little fast here, So Justus Recchi, sorry, with a hit.
All right.
So 1 out, Justus Recchi on first base, Nick Michelli up.
So while I was walking up the stairs, Angela,
Yeah.
that home run happened. I
Yes.
missed it.
It
But
was
where'd
right
it go?
over center field, so nice and easy hit,
Very nice.
as always.
Well, according to the scoreboard, it's 0-0. The score.
17-5. Maybe the scoreboard has no power anymore
Could be the case.
because it's a long day.
Yeah, they just decided to start again. No, we're not starting again. We've been here a while. Everybody has.
Okay, we are at the bottom of the fifth inning, just to let you know.
I think Michelli singled in his last at bat. And and he got to second because of a throwing error by the third baseman.
He missed that one.
He had a single in the second, a walk in the first. Two and one.
No, it should be
3 and
3 and
1, 3 and
1,
1.
but I'm not sure.
Yes.
3 and 1 or 3 and 2.
Yes, why are we following the scoreboard if it's 0-0?
I think it's 3 and 2.
No, it's all zeros on the scoreboard. We better just take our eyes off of that.
So
for a
we are
minute.
the full count, definitely.
Yeah. And 1 out by my count.
Yes, 1 out.
Pop up to center field. Cam Sunderland, that's 2 away now. Both outs by the center fielder. Brings up Leonard Vella. We said it a few times, bears repeating. As many times as possible. Grand slam in the first inning. Really broke things open. We'll have to be on our toes now, Angela, keeping these counts in order.
Yeah,
They
they're
say-
trying to keep up with it.
Throw down to first. He's back. They're having some troubles with this scoreboard. It goes 10 to 5.
I mean,
It was
the
5 to
scoreboard
2.
in the ballpark.
In
here.
the ballpark, yes,
Our
of
scoreboard
course.
is working.
Oh, yes. This is good.
Not always, but right now. So it's 1-0. 1-1.
$17 to 5 score. They finally have it right on the scoreboard. Ball and 2 strikes. 2 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. And he strikes him
Strikeout.
out. That'll
Yep.
end the inning. As we
It
head to
was a
the
swing.
as we head to the top of the 6th here in Bonn. We'll be right back on Caps TV. Welcome back to the game. 17 to 5. 17 to 5, the score here in Bonn. Ian Eberhardt at bat with his 179 average. Seagat still on the mound. That finds its way into the gap. Eberhardt on with a single. Leadoff runner on. That brings up Reinhardt.
Now the pitcher, by the way.
Reinhardt, who is now the pitcher of this game. He can really help himself. That's a strike. Geez, you go for a snack, you miss a lot. Switch pitchers, home run.
Yeah. Your fault.
It is. I'll take credit for the home run, though.
Ah, yeah? It was the second one of Wolf Lee today. I mean, this game. Did he have one in the first game? I can't remember.
Seems like many moons ago. Sidearm delivery. Smacks it into center field. That one's a single as well, so 2 up, 2
Same
on.
spot.
Yeah.
2 singles for the 8 and 9 batters.
Yeah. That turns the order over to Martinez. Martinez?
Yeah.
Single, and what did he have in the 4th? That's a walk that he had, and he eventually made it around. Flew out to center field. Good catch by Michelli out there. Great catch. Well, I see somebody's heading down to the Bonn bullpen. It's a trio heading down that way. We'll try and get more information on that in a bit. Staggett. Ball.
We could hear that call of the umpire.
Mm-hmm. High pop-up into center field. Michelli over, grabs it. Throws it on, no tag. Whoa, that was right on third base. He's got an arm out there.
Ah,
It's funny because you don't see him that much in the outfield. And
yeah, but Milinkovic is our utility player. He
Yeah.
can play left field and center field. Normally he does not play right field, but left field or center field. Pitcher, DH.
he's looking good out there today. It's great to have a player like that you can
And
count
of
on.
course he's also a catcher. So
Of course. That's how we remember him from last year mainly.
so we have Marco Cardozo coming up here.
He singled in his he had a home run in his last at bat. Looking at the wrong player. Sidearm delivery, another big hit into left
But
field.
that's foul.
Foul ball. And you won't be surprised to know that there's some controversy over that from the Paderborn third base coach. The umpire just sort of turns his back, goes back to home plate and says, come on. Can't get me on that one. Now the third base coach laughing. He knows. Sidearm delivery and foul to the right side this time. Seems to me Cardoso hit that generally in the same spot where he just made that a close foul. That's where he has home run. Wind really blowing out there, so you launch it up there and it carries. I think his carried out with the wind last time. Sorry, I'm being a bit not very generous there.
Inside.
1-2. 1 out, 17-5 to score. Top of the 6th inning here in Bonn. Swing and a miss.
got him.
He struck him out. Cardoso smiling on his way back to the dugout.
Cardozo and Steigert know each other from the German national team.
I
so
see. A little bit of a personal rivalry happening. So, first two got on. That was 8 and 9 hitters. Then he retires the top 2 hitters of the order. And that brings up Llewellyn. Fouls that one. He singled in his last at bat, hit a home run in the 3rd, and singled in the 1st. So, careful how you pitch to Llewellyn right now.
we had quite a number of home runs in this game. Let me just check.
Well, I count 2 for Paderborn.
For Paderborn, yeah, but the Capitals had 6 or so.
Yeah, I think 6.
Let me just
As the
check.
fans scramble. Some good moves down there
Paderborn
in the
had
stands.
2. Yeah, Capitals had 6.
8 home runs today. We've seen.
Only in this game.
Yeah, and only
We
in
had
this
home
game.
runs earlier today.
Good way to practice the home run call.
Yeah.
2 out here with Llewellyn at the plate. Steigert hoping to leave those 2 runners on base. And that is outside. 1-2. He felt free to burn one there. And a big hit into center left. That goes all the way to the fence and bounces off as the runner comes around third to score. Eberhardt. Reinhardt comes around. The throw back to third. They say, the umpire says he's safe. Reinhardt took a big turn at third base as he tried to get back to the bag. Vidig put the tag on.
So 1 run scored
Yeah,
here
1 run scores and
by Eberhardt.
runner stays at third base. So Reinhardt at third. Llewellyn, he's at second. So he gets a double on that. That went all the way to the fence. No way of either fielder getting to that. And that'll bring up Ramelman. Grounded out in his last at bat. Singled in the 3rd and struck out in the 1st. Strike. They haven't really struggled too much with Stegut in this series. There's a 2-run home run last night hit off him. Came into the series with a .83 ERA. That's changed quite a bit. Hit down the line and foul.
Foul ball.
So it might be good to get Stegut some work here, especially if they're to advance in the series. Up by 11. Bonn is. And the pitch. Fouled back. Reinhardt's at third. Llewellyn at second. 2 out, 17-6. Top of the 6th inning. Tiebreaker game in the semifinal. And a hit back up the middle. Into the center, and Reinhardt comes around to score.
And Llewellyn.
As Llewellyn does as well. It's 2 more runs, that's 8. 17-8.
I don't want to see 9 innings.
I don't think a lot of people in this park do, except for maybe all of the Bonn Staggett's given up. Batter now is Bendrin. Strike called. One and one the count, 2 out, 17-8 now the score. 9-run difference. And a pop up to the shortstop. Briggs got it, throw on to first to double up the runner. Oh, it's 2 out anyway. That makes 3. 17-8 here in Bonn. We'll be right back in Caps TV. Welcome back to Bonn. Score is 17-8. Bottom of the 6th inning. This inning we shall see Eric Brank, top of the order, Vidig, and Vinny Ahrens. Brank walked in his last at bat, hit a home run way back in the first. Here's a number for you. It's a real pitcher's duel here in this game. 13 hits for Paderborn, 16 for Bonn. How many pitchers now for Paderborn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is Reinhardt, by the way, on the mound. Position player. Brank fouls that back. Well, Bonn has seen Tomsic and Steigert. That comes in real close to Brank, and Brank didn't seem too worried about getting out of the way of that heater.
Stayed calm, so.
Yeah. One doesn't tend to be afraid of a 40-mile-an-hour fastball. That's outside. 3-1. And a big.
Yeah.
He smoked that. That's
Fabian
gone.
knew that.
Adios, pelota.
Fabian said he will hit
Yeah.
one more.
That was gone.
Our friend Eric is hot.
This is quite the transformation for Eric Brank. I mean, we are running out of adjectives to describe the way he's been playing recently. So let's just say, very nice home run to put Capitals back up by 10. Score is 18-8. 2 home runs this game for Brank. You know, and no matter how many times he does it, I never get tired of it, Angela. That brings up Joe Bitting. 2 walks, double, strikeout today.
One, two, three. Let me just check here.
You were losing count of all the home runs.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
One on one.
Yes. So
Sorry, go ahead.
no. I'm still counting. Yeah, so Eric Brank had 4 home runs in these games against Paderborn.
Mm-hmm. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, so, yeah, it's more annoying than anything else. Vidig takes at least a 45-mile-an-hour heater on the back.
Good for him, 45 miles only.
Being a little facetious, out comes the coach. I mean, I'm not sure who you're going to put in now. Oh, look, it's the second baseman. It's a bit of a musical chairs of pitchers here. We will be back once we figure things out a little bit more here on Caps TV. Welcome back, where Cardoso is now pitching for the Untouchables. It is musical pitchers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth pitcher of the game. Wittig dancing out at first base as he does.
It's really fun. Joe Wittig is really fun.
Yes, it is fun to watch out there at first. So nobody out. Cardoso on the mound. I'm sure Bonn wouldn't mind to tag a few off Mr. Cardoso. And a single. As Wittig round second.
So the fourth hit of Vinny Ahrens in this game.
There
Wow.
you go. Broke things open.
Good for the next games. Good to know that he can hit.
You know he can hit.
I know. But not in the playoffs so far.
True.
Until good that we play a third game.
That's right. Got him back on track. Terrell Joyce.
Bitte?
You may remember him from such hits as the home run in the third inning and the single in the second and the single in the first. Actually, those were both in the first. Those are just doubled up because they went around the lineup twice. Want to know is the count. 18-8, the score. Real nail biter. Big hit into center field. Is that enough juice to go out? Center fielder goes back. He goes back. He goes back in. He catches. Does he catch it over the wall?
I don't know.
No, I think it went out. That is
Another
a three-run
homer
home
for
run.
Terrell Joyce.
Yeah, three-run home run for Terrell Joyce. And that's the second home run of the game for Joyce. His second three-run shot, too, by the way. So he, on home runs alone, has driven in 6.
And we have 2 home runs by Wilson Lee and 2 home runs by Eric Brank.
Double your pleasure. Real pitcher's duel here in Bonn. So Cardoso gets lit up like a lamppost.
I would say now, I would say we win this game.
Okay, I'm glad that you're confident. I'm still
now
not
I'm
sure.
confident.
After last game, I'm still a little nervous. 21-8 is the score. Bottom of the 6th. Bonn has a healthy lead. And a strike on Daniel M. Hunt. You sure you don't need a few more insurance runs?
No, I'm sure.
All right. Fans finally starting to breathe a bit easier. Cardoso smiling out there, trying to throw some heat. The last time he threw some heat, Terrell Joyce threw it over the center field fence. Nice try, though. 3-1 is the count. Bonn not going to be taking it too easy on Cardoso, as he is known as one of the more, let's put it this way, vocal players on the Untouchables. Misses there again.
So this is the walk for
Yeah.
Daniel Lamp-Hunt.
Daniel Lamp-Hunt takes first base. And that'll bring up Wilson Lee, who's already homered twice today. And as we were saying, I don't think Bonn has any interest in showing any mercy to the Untouchables after how the last game ended.
If he has a shot now, then the game will be over.
Yeah. Cardoso has a bit of velocity, but they're all going outside. Again, same place. He keeps missing to the same spot. But I mean, this is not his usual job.
So they almost used every player they have on the mound.
They've all had a chance. It's like pitching tryouts. It is funny. I mean, the difference in the two games, Angela, how competitive that first game of today, second game in the series was, and this one is just such a blowout.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's a difference in pitchers, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But still, in the first game, the Bonn offense did not really show what they are able
No.
to do.
No, they sure showed up for this game, though. As Cardoso aims for the backstop and hits it well. And the pitch. He walks him. Cardoso seemed a little surprised by that call. You don't tend to get those close calls if you throw to the backstop the pitch before. Nobody out.
There's an interesting score here in Heidenheim. It's 1-0 for Heidenheim in the 8th inning.
Close game there. There was scoreless for a long time, no?
It was scoreless till now.
Wow.
One score in the bottom of the 8th inning.
So, it comes down to the wire who we're going to be playing.
If that stays that way, then we play Heidenheim in the finals.
And the first two games are in Heidenheim.
And the first two games next weekend are in Heidenheim.
I remembered.
Good.
This is great. I'll be in Canada, but I mean, I'll be paying attention. Two and one the count. Cardoso's throwing some heat in there, no doubt about it. 3-1. But none of them are going in for strikes. Liam Hunt, second. Umpire calls that a strike, though.
Okay.
3-2, full count. Liam Hunt looking out, see where the fielders are. They are mournfully posted out there. Cardoso gives a yell as he loses third walk in a row.
It's a good time to end this game.
Sorry, it wasn't the third walk in a row, second walk in a row.
No, it wasn't third.
Was it?
They
No,
were
I got
all
it
walking.
I have a home run by Joyce.
Yeah, and
Lamb
then
Hunt walk. Wilson Lee walk.
yeah, and
And
Recky
now?
walk.
This is Recky. The right fielder catches it.
It was
Tries-
Michelli,
yeah, and then
and Lampan comes home.
all right, so Lamb Hunt comes home and scores. That's the main point there. 22-8.
Yeah, just to tell people that if there's one more run scored, the
Yes.
game is over because there's the 15-run mercy rule.
Everybody put your hands together, and let's end this slaughter of the innocents. Lenavella at the plate. He has an opportunity to do this with runners at second and first. Wilson Lee's at second. Michelli's at first. 22-8. The score. 1-0 is the count. 1 out. And all 22 runs have come by this, the bottom of the 6th inning.
No.
I don't think we'll get too picky now to score 22-8, but we do want one more run. It's been a long game for the umpires, too. Big hit, but foul.
Foul.
Umpires taking a little heat today, too. A little bit from both teams. A little bit. Nothing crazy. Check swing foul. Kids here are going to be filing for overtime after running for all those foul balls. I don't know what the going rate is. Going rate when I was a kid was real high price of free. And a single. Now, is Wilson Lee going to score? He rounds third. He comes home to throw home. And he's out. No, he's safe. He's safe. The umpire's had enough.
The umpire have enough of this game. That's the ball game.
I'm sorry, but
That's the ball game.
that's the ball game. As Bendrian weeps some crocodile tears at home plate. Game's over. Game's over. 23-8 is your final score. So, you have seen a lot here today, ladies and gentlemen. You saw a really close game in that first of two games today. The umpire's smiling as they head back to the umpire's room. I'm sorry. The umpire just sort of raised his head. He's like, we're out of here. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. We had a lot of fun today, 23-8. And the Capitals giving the crowd a round of applause. So we still have to wait and see how the Heidenheim game plays out. Now, if you stay on just a few seconds or so, we're going to do an interview down on the field. Are they able to hear that up here, Max? The interview on the field? That's great. So we'll have that interview for you. The Bonn Capitals win their semifinal series. It was a bit of a squeaker, that first game today, but they won last night. They won the final game here now as well to win the series, and we'll see if we play who we play next. So Angela Backman is now down on the field, and she's going to be doing an interview. It's got to pull the player out of the group there as the players mill around.
Kannst du mich hören?
I'm sure that
Mich jetzt hören?
we're ready to hear some of this interview. Here comes the player. We hope.
For Max Schmitz. Ich warte auf Max.
Here comes Max Schmitz. We'll turn it over to Angela. Thank you very much for listening today.
Während ein paar der Spieler gerade von der NADA abgeholt werden zur Dopingkontrolle. Guck mal in die Richtung, lieber Max. Schön hier vor unsere Sponsoring-Wand, das ist wichtig. Ja, war ein hartes Stück Arbeit, ne? Ein bisschen mehr als gewartet.
Ja, absolut. Dachte eigentlich, dass wir das Spiel ganz gut unter Kontrolle haben. Im 9. Inning bei 5-1. Aber Paderborn hat da wirklich extreme Herzensstärke und Herzblut reingeschmissen und bewiesen. Und Comeback-Kids haben das Spiel gedreht, unerwartet auf jeden Fall. Ich glaube, wenn wir sagen, wir wären nicht überrascht gewesen, hätten wir gelogen. Aber umso stolzer bin ich auf die Reaktion und auf das, was an Impuls aus der Mannschaft rausgekommen ist im entscheidenden dritten Spiel. Da hatte Paderborn, glaube ich, wirklich ab dem ersten Inning keine Chance und keine Lust mehr.
Ja, das, was du im ersten Spiel noch so ein bisschen vermisst hast, nämlich die Offensive, hat ja im zweiten Spiel 6 oder 7 Home Runs alleine geschlagen. Also da kannst du schon zufrieden sein.
Ja, ich weiß gar nicht mehr, ich kann überhaupt nicht mehr nachhalten, wer heute alles einen Home Run gehauen hat. Ich glaube, der Eric hat so 2, 3, 4, 5 irgendwie sowas gehauen.
Eric hat heute 2, Wilson Lee hat 2, Terrell Joyce hat 2 und Lennart Weller hat einen Grand Slam.
Ja, es liest sich und hört sich ganz gut an auf jeden Fall, ja.
Ja, also insgesamt kann man auf der Leistung aufbauen, weil es kommen ja schwerere Gegner oder ein schwerer Gegner.
Absolut, also ich meine, das, was wir dieses Wochenende und ganz spezifisch heute in Spiel 1 gezeigt haben, war nicht unser bestes Baseball. Ich möchte nochmal sagen, Marcus Jensen hat einfach ein großartiges Spiel gepitcht. Es tut mir ein bisschen leid für ihn persönlich, dass wir den Sieg für ihn da nicht nach Hause tragen konnten. Gibt einige Sachen, die wir besser machen können. Vor allem regt mich wirklich auf, wenn wir 0-2-Hits abgeben. Da kriege ich echt die Pest. Das müssen wir besser machen. Defensive hat gut gestanden und wir konnten in Spiel 3 unsere Offensive wieder aufwecken. Also man kann immer dran arbeiten, man kann immer besser werden. Ich denke, der Winnie ist wieder on track. Der wird auf jeden Fall wieder fit sein für nächste Woche und wird da richtig Gas geben.
Heidenheim-Regensburg sind jetzt im 9. Inning, es steht 1-0. Dir ist aber wahrscheinlich egal, gegen wen es geht.
Ja, es ist mir wirklich egal, gegen wen es geht. Beides gute Teams, auf die wir uns extrem freuen. Wir werden alles tun, dass wir auch da kompetitiv im Finale stehen und das Ding nach Hause nach Bonn holen.
Vielen Dank und viel Erfolg weiterhin. Ja, vielleicht nochmal zur Information, wenn Heidenheim mit den 1-0-Sieg nach Hause bringt, ich weiß es von hier unten jetzt gerade nicht, ob das schon passiert ist, spielen wir in 2 Wochen in Bonn wieder, also nächste Woche in Heidenheim. Und wie auch immer, ihr werdet uns wieder erleben, wir werden euch informieren. Also Bonn steht im Finale zum 5. Mal in Folge und dazu herzlichen Glückwunsch und ciao.